So the finals of this year's African Cup of Nations is set to take place on Sunday, the 18th of January 2026 in Morocco. I must commend the Moroccan FA, the Moroccan government, and then the Confederation of African Football (CAF) for an amazing work done. They have hosted this year's Afcon in a beautiful way. The Afcon has been a fantastic tournament, I must admit. If you look at the stadia that the Moroccan built or that the Moroccans built for this particular Charlie, beautiful stadia, beautiful environment, and everything has been perfect so far, so good. We are in the finals of this particular competition. The finals is on Sunday, as I said earlier on. It will be between the Teranga Lions of Senegal and then the Atlas Lions of Morocco. These are the two great giants in African football who are going to meet each other in this year's Afcon finals. And so I'm going to give you guys an update on all the things that you missed right from the semi-final to this particular point. My name is General. This is the Punch. If you haven't subscribed yet, kindly hit on the subscribe button and then subscribe for us on this particular channel. Put us on post notification. Share this video to your friends, to your family, and then also like this particular video as well. You guys are amazing. You are watching our videos, but you are not subscribing. Please do subscribe for us. Now let's move on. And so the Afcon finals is on Sunday. We are going to know who is going to win this year's Afcon. Senegal were in the finals, won this particular tournament way back in 2021 when they met Egypt in the finals. That game ended on penalties, and then Senegal won. In this year's Afcon, Senegal met Egypt during the semi-final stage, which took place last Wednesday. That semi-final game ended on a 1-0 note in favor of the Senegalese team. The only goal came from Sadio Mane, who after the game, he said this tournament is going to be his last Afcon tournament. And so the next game, or the second semi-final game, was in the evening on Wednesday. That was the game that everyone was ready and waiting to watch that particular game, because Morocco was going to meet Nigeria, the giant of Africa. But now they are not the giant of Africa anymore. They should stop using that particular title because the eagle has fallen. The super eagle has fallen. Eagle not perform nam are. So now they are no more the giant of Africa. And so on that particular evening, the game started. The game ended 0-0. 90 minutes. There was no goal in that particular game. We had to move on into extra time. The extra time also ended on a 0-0 note, no goal. So the game had to be decided on penalty shootout. And that was the moment that players were going to show their character, their attitude, their class. Goalkeepers were going to show anything that they had. And Yassine Bonu, the goalkeeper of Morocco, he came into the party. He came to show his powers in that particular penalty shootout. He saved 2 penalties. Stanley Nwabali of Nigeria also saved a penalty. But at the end, Morocco won on the penalty shootout. It was a 4-2 penalty win in that particular game. And so now, after the game, there have been conversations on the internet, specifically from some Nigerian celebrities, some of the influencers on Twitter, and then on TikTok, because you all know the game was officiated by this man, Daniel Lai. He is a Ghanaian referee. He officiated that particular game. Prior to that particular game, Nigerians were on internet saying that, oh, Ghana Jollof is the best. They were praising Ghanaians simply because they knew that the game was going to be officiated by a Ghanaian referee. But at the end, they ended up saying a whole lot of negative stuff about the Ghanaian referee, saying he was biased, he was like the referee was in favor of the Moroccans and all of that. But for me, from where I sit and from how the game that I watched, the referee was like he was neutral. He wasn't for Nigeria, he wasn't for Morocco. He officiated the game in a relaxed and a calm manner. For me, I rate him 9 out of 10. Yes, Nilai, I rate him 9 out of 10 because he had a fantastic game. Even in the game, there was an incident that happened. It was a shot from Hakimi. The ball went straight, and the ball hit the hand of Kelvin Bassi. But the referee didn't even whistle for a penalty. Though it was in the penalty yard box, he didn't whistle for a penalty. He didn't call for the foul or anything. The game continued until the game was decided on penalty shootout. So I don't know where that argument is coming from, that the referee was in favor of the Moroccans. But there are a few Nigerian influencers and celebrities who are also of the opinion that the referee didn't do anything. Nigerians were not like good enough in that particular game, because if you check the statistics, right, just look at this. For a whole 120 minutes, Nigerians were able to like provide only two shots. They had only two shots in that particular game, the whole 90 minutes. Meanwhile, the Moroccans had 16 shots with five on target. The Moroccans were the better team. They had like good chances that they could have ended the game in 90 minutes. The Nigerians weren't good enough. They were so much into defending. They were defending so much that they forgot to even not open up the game and play with the Moroccans. So the Moroccans are the better team, so they deserve to qualify to the final stage. Not to take anything away from the Nigerian team. But when we reached the penalty stage, that was where I have a problem, because Nigeria had players like this guy, Ademola Lookman. He was in the game. You know, like they had some senior players in the team, but they all ran away from taking the penalties. So they missed two. Samuel Chukwueze, a fantastic winger, he missed his penalty, and then Bruno also missed his penalty. And so that is how come the Nigerian team couldn't qualify into the final stage. So the eagle has fallen. As I speak to you now, the eagle has fallen down. It is down flat. We're tough from down flat. Looking at this particular tournament, Ohe Gokina, Brahim Diaz of Morocco is leading with 5 goals. Yes, we share 5 goals in this particular Afcon. Brahim Diaz is leading with 5 goals. Mohamed Salah or 4 goals. Victor Osimhen also has 4 goals. Salah and Osimhen will be meeting in the third and fourth place position game on Saturday. Yes, on Saturday. And so, if they are able to score goals, I'm sure they can come and clinch the golden boot. But for now, Brahim Diaz is the one leading the race for the golden boot. Now, one thing that I also want to look at is that, you know, in the year 2000, right? So in the year 2000 and in 2004, all the teams that eliminated Nigeria in the Afcon, whether in the quarterfinal stage or in the semi-final stage, those teams went ahead to win the Afcon. In the year 2000, Cameroon eliminated Nigeria from the Afcon. Cameroon went ahead to win the tournament. In the year 2004, Tunisia eliminated Nigeria. Tunisia went ahead to win the Afcon. So on Sunday, if it happens that Morocco edge the Afcon now, don't be surprised, because history has repeated itself. And in football, history works, beliefs also work, tactics also work. So all of these things come together to make the game a beautiful game. Now, put this in mind that Morocco has won the Afcon only once. They won it in 1976 when the tournament was hosted in Ethiopia. Senegal has won it once in 2021. So these are countries that have won the Afcon on only one occasion. And so we are going to witness a beautiful game on Sunday. We are going to witness a fantastic game on Sunday. And so DSTV Ghana posted something on their X or their Twitter handle. They said Nigeria couldn't even play 5 shots. They had 2 shots as against Moroccans 16 shots. They couldn't even create good chances, but they are on the internet blaming the Ghanaian referee, which I believe I strongly support. I support that particular argument. You people couldn't create chances, but you're on the internet throwing jabs at Daniel Nilai, who had a fantastic game. And so on Sunday, we are going to have that particular finals. Look at these penalties that some of the Nigerian players took. Look at the posture of Chukwueze. Look at how he stood behind the ball. Look at how he kicked the penalty. There was no power. There was nothing. He just kicked the ball. And then the other player, Bruno, the goalkeeper of Morocco, Yassin Bono, he moved to his left even before the player kicked the ball. So genuinely, like, the player should have placed the ball on his right hand or on his right side, because the goalkeeper had moved to his left. So simple, just place the ball on his right side. But he went ahead, he placed the ball towards the same direction that the goalkeeper had moved to. So how do you expect to score this kind of, or how do you expect to score this kind of penalty. So it is obvious that the Nigerians were not ready for the penalty shootout. And there have been conversations on the internet that the NFF, that is the Nigerian Football Federation, is owing the players some money, because even I think when they reached the quarterfinal stage or the round of 16, they threatened not to play because they were owed. Na FA no, and so I don't know if they have settled them or they spoke with them or anything. I don't know about that. But before I end the video, one thing that captured the attention of so many people was this man from DR Congo. Every match at DR Congo football, Papa he raises his hand up like this. He was doing that in honor of the first Prime Minister of DR Congo, Patrice Lumumba, one of the greatest iconic Africans we have. So this man, his name is Kuka Mboladinga. Kuka Mboladinga. This man, game bia DR Congo ebu bia we gyina na so pagya ne nsa till say game no end here. He had opportunity to meet the CAF president, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, and all of that. And so that is one thing that caught the attention of many people in this year's Afcon. But so far, so good. We've had a fantastic Afcon. I won't lie. Everything has been perfect, from officiating to like everything. I mean, in general, the tournament has been a fantastic tournament. So we are waiting for the World Cup in June. Black Stars are going to the World Cup, and so Nigerians, they should go home. The Eagles has fallen. We are chill. We are enjoying the meat of the Super Eagle. They should go home and go and do their homework. Next time, they should come back stronger and try to win the Afcon as well. And so this is the end of this particular episode. I will see you in our next video. My name is General. Subscribe to our channel for us, leave us a comment, and share our video. I'm out.